Good. Looks like we are live. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. I'm your boy Narik Chase, and in this video, I wanted to go ahead and give some my thoughts and impressions of the Amazon, which is now doing a a Lord of the Rings television series. And it is happening. Now, there have been talks about it for a while now, and I'm glad they're actually able to finally confirm that they are going to do it. And we've even got some interesting news on when the time period of the series will be set. Now, of course, we all knew that it was going to be a prequel, and we didn't know if it was going to be a prequel because we already had a prequel, which is the Hobbit series. We didn't know that the prequel. We thought the prequel this prequel series might actually be set between the Hobbit and the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, but it looks like that is not going to be the case. It's actually going to take place during the Second Age of the Lord of the Rings mythology, and of course, the current timeline is the Third Age. So we're actually going to see what happened back in the day when before Sauron got his ass kicked. The actual. Let me go ahead and read this for you guys right now. The Second Age is 3,500 year time period that leads to the alliance of men and elves defeating the evil Sauron. This epic battle is shown at the start of Peter Jackson's Fellowship of the Ring, the first of his Lord of the Rings movies, which was set in the Third Age. And it looks like we are going to be going back now. I did got a little quote here that I wanted to read, and it says, "Casual fans may not realize it, but Jackson's Fellowship of the Rings actually depicted the end of the Second Age when the last alliance of elves and men confronted Sauron's forces. The Second Age covered nearly 3,441 years, and it began after the banishment of Morgoth, the Dark Lord, before Sauron. There's a lot of story potential in that time, including the rise of Sauron, the creation of the One Ring, and the emergence of the Ring Race." And that is exactly what I want to see. I do like if you think about it, there are a lot of movies where we had these really iconic villains in it, and they're fucking awesome. But you never really get to see them like how they rise to power, how they actually become bad. Voldemort from Harry Potter is an example. You don't actually get to see. We don't have a movie where you see him turn to the dark side. We finally did get to see a trilogy of Darth Vader and his story leading up to the original trilogy, which was good. And I'm glad that they're actually thinking about showing us how Sauron got to the place of power, which he did. And there's a lot of great potential for storytelling, including locations, characters, potentially seeing some of the other characters from the Lord of the Rings series, like that big ass spider, um, and some more of the other characters besides Sauron. You know, I definitely, and maybe hell, we even might even get a chance to see Smog. So I would not mind seeing how where they're going to go with this. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a fantastic idea. I think that they have yet to fully flesh out the Lord of the Rings, even though the movies were great, even though the Hobbit was great. And I think a lot of it does have to do with not only the film series itself, but excuse me, guys, how successful shows like Game of Thrones have been depicting such great fantasy type settings and making them very intriguing and making them very interesting. And I'm not. This isn't applied to go ahead and just throw out Game of Thrones or anything, but I will say the success behind that also could be a potential influence for this. But I think it's a fantastic job, and I hope Amazon goes all the way with it. I can't wait to see it because Sauron is a really interesting bad guy. Yes, he's pretty much one dimensional, but I want to see how he becomes that character. Was he a normal person? I understand that he was already one of these lesser gods, godlike beings back in the day, but I want to see I think he was good at some point. But then he just kind of became a douchebag after a while. I need to go back and reread the mythology behind who Sauron is and why he gets power. But I do remember that he was kind of like this. I don't want to say he was a god. Maybe he was like a lesser god or something like that. But I think this is an interesting story, and I'm interested to see where they're gonna go with it, especially with like the relationship between the elves and man, what about the doors, the trolls, and stuff like that. So, anyways, guys, in the comment section below, let me know what are your thoughts about the Lord of the Rings television series that Amazon is going to be developing. Do you think it's a good idea? What characters, long-standing characters, do you want to see? Like possibly that fire demon thing that was in the Morgoth. That I can't remember what it's called. But that fire demon thing that was in the first Fellowship of the Ring, like, would you like to see that character come back or get some context on that character as well? So, just leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what we got going on this channel. And we'll definitely catch you guys later.